The internet opens up a brand new world of information we did not once possess. It has become easier for everyone to use, including children. Parents should actively protect their children from the dangers associated with the World Wide Web. The problem is, parents are often new to the advancement in technology and do not understand the many capabilities their child has at their fingertips. Older generations did not have the internet as readily available, if at all, as it is today. To them, the internet was truly the Wild West. Now that things are different, this presents the rising question: what types of programs, hardware, and other safeguards exist that parents can purchase to keep their children safe online? Surfing across the internet always comes with risks, and at some point your child will eventually stumble across malware. This dangerous software could permanently damage your computer or could even target your financial information. To protect against malware, one of the most recommended pieces of software for any computer system is probably some form of malware protection. Malware protection software could be any software designed to detect and destroy malicious software. Some examples of this would be Norton Antivirus or McAfee. avtest.org, an independent IT security institute, estimates there are approximately 600 million total malware as of 2017. With so much possible danger, why take the risk and let your child go unprotected? One option for parents is to download search engines for their child to use that automatically encrypts locations and IP addresses to prevent outside sources from knowing their exact location. One such program is called a virtual private network, or VPN. These VPNs encrypt the lines of communication between computers and servers and prevent eavesdroppers from stealing your information. This is always a safe option when children are using a public internet source where you're unsure if bad guys are observing their activities. In addition, a system exists that focuses solely on the language shared between computers and servers rather than lines of communication. Computers use a language called HTTP, and the mode of protecting the language is called HTTPS. HTTPSs use encryption to put a figurative security blanket around the communication in order to protect you. Websites often use HTTPSs, but not always, so it's safer to download an extension that always searches with an HTTPS option. Search engines also come with add-ons and preferences to prevent websites from tracking you and your child's interests. Websites track you with cookies to better suit and expedite your search interests. You can manage these functions in the system preferences of your computer by turning on pop-up and cookie blockers in order to prevent websites from using these cookies to track your activities. Furthermore, ad blocker and similar add-on programs prevent advertisement agencies from showing on your web pages and search result lists. These can prevent children from phishing schemes when they click on an ad, which may seem interesting to them, but clicking them may direct them to a malicious site. Enabling an advertisement blocker would prevent the aforementioned clickbait schemes that children are very vulnerable to. It is always recommended to go through plans of do's and don'ts for how your child should use the internet. This is also where the dangers of internet predators and scammers should be discussed. Parents should go through a protocol for when their child feels uncomfortable with something or someone they come across. An online safety advisor for Norton by Symantec instructs parents to tell their child, if you wouldn't do it face-to-face, don't do it online. Or as Darren Anstey says, follow the same rules you would follow in the real world. This gives children a reference point as to what is too far when dealing with online interactions. Another tip is to tell children that when once something is written, posted, or shared, it is there forever. And just because you can't see it does not mean it does not exist. You should express the dangers clearly and concisely. One more useful point should be to stress the importance of passwords and other information and to prevent them from being shared online. Parents should go over usernames and passwords to not only monitor the child's activity, but to also ensure username and passwords are safe and hard to hack. In addition to all of these recommendations, the biggest way parents can stay involved is to educate themselves about the technology in order to teach a child more effectively. A good rule of thumb for parents is to keep an open dialect with their child. If something happens, they should be able to talk about it and figure out how it should be handled. Children pose a special interest to security professionals because they are a demographic that is constantly changing and hard to make generalizations for. Since the emergence of the modern internet, kids have been able to go from just browsing information, to emailing, to having social media profiles, to even playing games in real time with other users. However, despite the younger ages they're being exposed to the web, children still lack the judgmental skills and wisdom that an adult possesses, putting them at a higher risk for attack. Keeping today's children safe on the internet and teaching them to browse securely today is investing in the future. New users are added to the internet every day, which means that the area of vulnerability is constantly increasing. Starting your kids off right by having the proper security measures on your computer will put them at less of a risk against cyber attacks and promote a lifetime of internet safety.